Hello. It's been a little while. Um, I went to the Wusong concert a week ago, and I filmed a little bit that night, but those were just short little ones. And I haven't done anything since because I got an infection in my eye because I dared to wear mascara that night. So my face rebelled against that. Oh well. So, there's still some of it there, which is why I'm keeping my hair very close. But at least the swelling's gone down, so. Anyway, so how are you? How are you doing? Doing okay? Yeah, it's been a little rocky. I'm not sure why. I think my still not working and being home. I've been officially cleared from my surgery, so, but it could take up to 3 months before I'm completely healed. I tried to do some abdominal exercises today, and the area where the surgery was, it still has these spasms once in a while, so if I do too much, it just goes into spasm, so, but I pushed through a little bit today because I'm sick of being a slug, and, yeah, so, working on at least doing stuff like that. I did a few projects at home, like cleaning out some old stuff and going through some boxes and getting rid of things, but I'm not done, so I still have that to do, but I desperately need some sort of work to go to, and plus I need the income. I'm running terribly low on cash. But that's not your problem. So just that in and of itself is made being mentally balanced tricky. So my energy reserves have been low and I've been blue. So I've been putting this off because of this, but also probably because, again, I've been sad, and I don't know why I keep resisting doing these when I'm sad. I always feel better when I do them, so it's weird how the mind works. And but I've been watching some videos, and which, what else is there to do? God forbid I read or study my languages or anything like that. Because when you're miserable, you just want to, much garbage. You don't want to actually improve yourself, because that would actually make you feel better. It's a sick cycle. But, yeah, so I've gotten a new perspective on a few things, though, which, were things I had already been mulling about, but I've talked to a few people and read a few comments on social media about the excessive pushing of positivity and positive thinking, and there's always a backlash for everything, so even positive and stuff like that. And I know I'm always, in my videos, trying to promote, feeling hopeful and being vulnerable and open to love. But I've never really pushed, that kind of blanket just fake it till you make it positivity kind of stuff, because I know how impossible it is to maintain. It's not something that's, I mean, it's nice to read positive quotes and people telling you, encouraging you to keep trying, and stuff like that on social media. Those are always nice. But I do agree that the theory that you just have to be positive and keep a positive attitude and, continue to say affirmations, and if you want to manifest stuff, you have to think positive, and because that's really not how it works. And if affirmations work for you, if positivity works for you, then absolutely don't change it. Whatever works for you works for you. But I, like other people, worry that people who are sad, anxious, any sort of struggle with darkness, it's dangerous. It's dangerous to offer them a toolbox that'll supposedly help bring them out of that darkness if they just, I don't know how to say this. Because again, if something works for you and it works for you, keep doing it. Any way to get out of the dark, any way to find some light. So I'm not poo-pooing this for everybody, and I'm not putting down anybody who's trying. There are a lot of people who try to make money off of people who are sad and depressed. People who want to make money, the same people who make money off of anybody for anything. Anybody who's a target, who's vulnerable. And that's why I always say, like, don't make yourself a victim, but remain vulnerable to love and open to love, but just beware of predators. And I know it's a tricky line to walk there, so I get it. But yeah, it always felt to me like I was never going to be a 100% positive person, because it just didn't seem honest that it's not something that not just I couldn't maintain, but like human beings can't maintain. And in order for affirmations and manifestations to work using positivity, you have to be 100% positive 100% of the time. And unless you're a programmed robot, that's just not going to happen. And that being said, I'm not promoting negativity either. It's not about, all positivity is bad. It's just you can't rely on that. Because it's just impossible. It's a balance. There's always a balance with everything. So 100% of anything is just not logical. So, and as far as manifestation goes, the best theory right now seems to be about letting your soul or higher self, whatever, whatever it desires, to let that be the focal point. Let it call out to the universe what it desires, what it needs. And your job in this equation is to believe that it's possible. And you have to believe that the universe is going to deliver that to you. And that's the hard part. Because if you had ever said, if somebody ever told you that the secret to life is to getting anything you want in the universe, anything, was just to ask for it and to believe that you're going to get it, you'd think, oh, that's so fucking easy. That can't be right. That's just too easy. But turns out it's super clever, because it's really, really hard to actually truly have faith. Even if things have never worked out for you in your whole entire life. You're Charlie Brown with the football. You still have to run at that football like it's not going to get pulled away. Truly believe that you're going to kick it that time. And I don't know about anybody else, but for me that's nearly impossible. And so that's what I'm working on now, is setting my intentions based on what I believe, my intuition, my heart. And even though my ego and, wounded heart scream, it'll never happen for you because you're not worth it. You're not good enough. I have to calm those voices down and get to the point where I can actually really get myself to a point of belief and faith. And then once I do that, there's another trick. Once you do that, you put it out there, say, I want this particular job. This is my dream job. This is what I want. But you have to add on, I want the universe to give me this job. This is what I want. This is my dream job. Or something better. Even though you can't possibly fathom anything better than this particular job, and you really want this job, you have to leave it open. You can't be super specific like that, because there might be something better that they have in mind for you, or the universe could arrange for you to fill the void of what you're looking for. But you have to leave room for that, or you get nothing. So you say, I want this job, this particular job. It's my dream job. Or something better, whatever that might be. And you have faith in the universe that it's going to do this for you. This particular job or something better. It's going to happen for you. But then you have to let it go. And not care if you get it or not. And that's also tricky. I'm still trying to work it out. Because you have to still keep trying to, like, work towards these goals too. Like, you have to participate in the process by trying to be a good, productive positive energy, good energy, helping people in the world. You still have to, like, not just sit on your ass and do nothing and wait for it to be brought to you. You have to do things to make yourself a better person and do your job, which is to help the flow of energy, you know, whatever that might be, you know, like getting up and doing laundry and cleaning out boxes and cleaning out stuff in your life that's just sitting there that's, you know, causing clutter and blockages of energy, and giving that away to Goodwill or whoever might need it. This is stuff that's just sitting there. Like, keep the stuff flowing. Go and help people. Go and spend time with people. Read a book. Learn a language. Stuff like that I haven't been doing. That even though I was stuck in bed, I could still, you know, read. But I didn't. Instead, I let myself get a little weak mentally, and, you know, bad thoughts came flooding in. And I know these things are going to happen, and yet, you know, I got lazy. But anyway, so those were some interesting topics I was learning about, and how there's who was it? I can't remember who it was, but he was talking about, you know, now there's this, you know, there's the war on plastic, and, you know, it's everywhere in landfills and in the ocean, and it's bad, 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 and it's choking, you know. You know, it's hurting the animals in the sea, and it's, you know, not good for us, and not good for the environment. And so now there's a war on plastic, and yet he's like, there's nothing wrong with plastic. That plastic is like a miracle product, because it's something that can be recycled again and again and again, and it's an amazing invention. The problem isn't the plastic, it's the people. The people that were throwing it in the ocean and the landfills instead of recycling it. And he's not wrong. And I'm sure I've signed petitions about the plastic, because I don't like seeing, you know, turtles and ducks and everybody with the plastic things around their necks, you know, fishing lines and all this stuff. And I don't like it either, but it didn't even occur to me, like, oh, he's not wrong there. It's not, you know. So you get rid of the plastic, now we have to create something else to, like, put all our products and stuff in. Without, you know, I mean, you use more cardboard, there goes more trees, and if you come up with something else, there's more pollution, and it doesn't make sense. So there shouldn't be a war on plastic. There should just be, you know, more responsibility for how we handle our products and our garbage. And unfortunately, there's just, it's easier to sign a petition about plastic than to try and get people to actually, you know, care across the board. There are plenty of people who care, there's just a whole lot more who don't. And you can't even demonize companies and because they're doing what they're doing because the demand is so high for this, that, and the other thing, and I don't know the answers. I really don't. But I think it has to do with being more mindful about what we use, and it's not always easier to, like, you know, anything that's now, of course, again, people trying to make money, and some people it actually just costs more to, like, anything that's organic, or, you know, anything that's actually better for the environment. It costs more to do, it costs more to buy, it costs more everything. So, and not everybody can afford that. I can't. So unfortunately, it's not an ideal option either. So I think being more mindful about reusing things and not just throwing everything away, and, you know, putting a little more effort into things. Not, I know we can't put more money into everything. Not everybody can do that, but some people can. But other people, like me, who can't afford to spend more, just repurpose things more. Like, I mean, we have been doing it over the years, but just taking it a little further and just doing better. Instead of just buying a new laptop because it's broken, or it's loose, or it's not this, that, or the other thing, just trying to repair it first. Or you know, reusing bags for other things instead of buying. I mean, we're doing better with that, at least now everybody has to have their own bag instead of, you know, all the plastic bags that we used to get at the stores and stuff, so that's progress. I don't know. But, I thought those topics were pretty interesting. But I guess someone on Instagram was just talking about, you know, that it's hard to see sometimes everybody pushing all that positivity when you're sad and depressed. Sometimes it actually is counterproductive, and it can make you feel like there's something wrong with you if you're not, you know, singing zippity doo dah every day. And I can understand that. And that was never my intent. And there was also somebody who was talking about, not really making fun of, but I guess made a joke about, you know, somebody saying love and light, and they're like, oh, what about, you know, grief and darkness or something? And I guess I get that. And some people who say love and light, maybe they're being, like, fake about it, but when I say it, I actually mean that I wish whoever I'm talking to, I truly wish you just love and light. And I do that because I'm assuming the other person has some amount of loneliness and darkness. And so I'm trying to give them some of my whatever love and light I might have to give to help get them through that. I never mean it as like a Pollyanna, like, you know, here's some love and light, you know. I don't know. I mean, everybody has the right to their own opinion, but, you know, I don't mean there's no darkness and grief. When I say love and light, I say it because I know that there is, and I know how much of it there is. And all I have to offer, since I have no degrees or skills or any other way to help you, is to just talk to you and try and give you some love and light that I can spare to help, you know, help you find your way out. I don't know. But, you know, you can't make everybody happy, and something's always going to upset somebody. And you can't get offended by everything. Supposedly. Anyway. Alright, I'm really not saying anything interesting, but I just wanted to say hello and to tell you that I love you and that I hope you're being hopeful. And if you can't be hopeful, because I do know that it's hard, because most of the time I struggle to find that too. But it's easier to be hopeful for other people, so I will continue to do that for you. So when you can't be, I will be. And as hard as it is to find a way to do it, because I'm still working on it myself, try to remain vulnerable to the extent that love can come in. Open your heart, even though it's going to get hurt again. Practice. Just the longer you leave your heart cut off, the harder it is to open it. I'm still working on it. I don't know if I'll be successful. I keep trying. I keep thinking I've done it, and then I haven't. But I can't stop trying. You keep trying with me, okay? Okay. I love you. And if you want to chat, you know where I am. If that means anything. Okay. Good night, guys.